All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Q&A live stream number 117. It is approximately 1:35 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great state of New Jersey. Today is Sunday, February 14th, 2021, and today is Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody. So hi, Tiger Boy 17. How are you? So again, today is February 14th, 2021. It is Valentine's Day today. I know some people have winter break today. So yeah. And it's winter break for some people. I know some people celebrated the Chinese New Year, so lots of great stuff going on. So, oh wow, a lot of people in here. Yes, this is the fourth consecutive live stream on the channel. Hello, Nicole Solar. How are you? Hello, Hamaz Studios. How are you? Hello, Mohammed Sonic Boom. How are you? And hello, Texas Elevators. How are you all doing today? So today is, like I said before, yeah. So, anyways, we'll recap everything really quickly, and then if we have any questions or suggestions, not really questions or suggestions, but more so talking about any questions regarding the information I'm going over. So, first of all, Sears is closing 3 rounds of stores. The first round is closing February 28th. The second round is closing April 18th. I'm sorry. First round of Sears and Kmart stores is closing Sunday, February 18th. I'm sorry. First round of Sears and Kmart stores closing Sunday, February 28th, 2021. Second round closing Sunday, April 18th, 2021. And then finally, the third round, which is closing Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. And then also on Saturday, February 27th, 2021, all 19 Lord & Taylors are closing, along with 37 Bed Bath & Beyond stores. Almost 40 stores will be closing on the 27th of February. Lots of jobs will be lost, and hopefully those people working at those stores can find some new work as soon as possible. So those are the quick updates on Lord & Taylor and Bed Bath & Beyond, as well as Sears. So yes, this is the fourth consecutive day of a live stream, because we had one on Thursday, we had one on Friday, we had one yesterday, and now we have one today. Yeah, well, we got a lot of snow about 2 weeks ago, so I'm happy that we're not getting snow. No, May 2nd is a Sunday. I'll double check that though. Yeah, May 2nd is a Sunday. Not a Monday. May 3rd is Monday. So I might be doing another live stream with my friend a little bit later on today, but I don't know yet. I have not heard from him yet. Oh, last week was your birthday. Nice. I noticed the CDC is telling U.S. citizens to stay out of grocery stores and order online. The problem is that's a recommendation. That's not mandated. If it was mandated, then every state would have to do it. It's just a recommendation. There's different things at the CDC. There's recommendations and requirements, but requirements have to be mandated by state governments, and it depends specifically on who's running the government in each state. It's not a full, you know, state mask or mandate or whatever. So, but I'm not surprised. It's just, well, I think more so for the older folks, where they're much more high at risk. At least the older folks that are not vaccinated and that are still at high risk for COVID. So I think that's why the CDC is recommending it. No, yeah, last year was a leap year, so May 2nd is yeah, that's why. So, hi Metro Elevators, how are you? Yes, it will be March, and daylight savings will be coming back. Yeah, I hope not, but I heard the sitting president, and we'll leave it at that, is saying that that sorry to get this, that wearing this over your face is going to be mandatory until 2022. It's just like it just feels normal wearing this now. It really does. Yes, happy Valentine's Day. Nothing on my phone. I'm going to charge my phone for a little bit. There we go. So, if you guys have any questions on the closing lists or stuff, like any questions on what particular locations that you know that are closing that you know of, like any questions about that, definitely could answer that in the chat today. The other retail news that I want to go over, just given the people that have to get vaccinated, it depends. Well, herd immunity is going to be key. So, yeah, masks are hard to wear. Yes, Boscov's used to be at Oxford Valley Mall. Yes, Macy's and Nordstrom's are the only two anchors at Menlo Park Mall. That is correct. Unless you count Barnes and Noble and the Cheesecake. Oh, really more so Barnes and Noble. I count that as a junior anchor. But it's not really an anchor. So actually, something I did want to go over, not this is it has the name, but it's not, I'm not trying to make it as politically related as possible. Um, the former Trump Plaza Casino in Atlantic City is coming down this Wednesday, actually, and I believe with the weather, it's going to be perfect weather for that building to come down in Atlantic City because it's going to be 30. Actually, I don't know. It's said they're saying Wednesday is going to be 32 degrees. I double checked the Atlantic City weather, but yeah, it's going to be 36 down there. But the entire Trump Plaza Casino, which I actually did a couple of Trump videos about 6 years ago, not about the man, but about the buildings that he owned. But the entire Trump Plaza Casino down in Atlantic City is expected to be getting demolished completely on Wednesday. They're imploding. They're imploding the tall building down there on Wednesday, and they're going to have a whole lot there. $10 to see the building come down. So I think a lot of people are looking forward to that because in the city and the location, it's been an eyesore for many years. So I'm glad to see that they're finally getting rid of it. Of course. Yes, Westfield Garden State Plaza, the Mall at Short Hills, and the Cherry Hill Mall, along with Menlo Park, are the only four Nordstroms in the state of New Jersey. We used to have five, but thanks to COVID or coronavirus, Nordstrom's taking a critical look at their department store footprint. We sadly lost the Nordstrom at Freehold. Out of the two, I wanted Menlo Park to go more so, just given the area and location it's in. It just Menlo Park was never the right Nordstrom for them. It's a shame that they picked Freehold. I kind of get why they did, just given the fact that it's not close enough to New York City. And the other issue is they opened the Nordstrom down in Cherry Hill in 2008. So I guess logistically, it just didn't make sense anymore to have a Nordstrom at Freehold Raceway, considering there's two metropolitan areas. So. No, people usually wear the N95s or the surgical masks as the one showed here. Yeah, it's a trip for me too. I did it. The only reason I did it was because of Nordstrom and the Vanity, because I know people like that Vanity so much. It was a very long bus ride. As a matter of fact, I had to take a local route here into the Port Authority, and then I had to figure out what the bus number was. I think it was the 139. It was painful. It was very painful to go down there. That was painful. Bridgewater was painful. Quaker Bridge was certainly painful, and a lot of that, of course, was because Lord and Taylor. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right, 2009. So they've been there for almost 12 years. No, so the mall at Short Hills has a Bloomingdale's store, and the Westfield Garden State Plaza. I'm sorry, the mall at Short Hills also has, in addition to Macy's and Nordstrom, it also has the Neiman Marcus and Bloomingdale's at the mall at Short Hills, and Westfield Garden State Plaza has a Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus in addition to the Macy's stores. You wear the reusable ones? Okay, that makes sense. But I could see why though they got rid of Freehold, just given the geographical location. And I could show you on maps right now, actually. Ugh, Google Maps. I hate using Chrome, but um, it's just a quick, easy, and convenient way to show. It doesn't even list it anymore, I bet. Alexa? Yeah, Alexa is nice. Oh, that stinks. Probably an Otis Lexan, I bet, depending on what type of black button it had. But Nordstrom's and Freehold, so geographically and the footprint, it just didn't make sense. So here I'm going to show a picture rather. This is on Google Maps. This is the state of New Jersey. So there was five Nordstroms at one point. Westfield Garden State Plaza, which was here, the mall at Short Hills, which was here, Menlo Park Mall in Edison, New Jersey, Freehold Raceway Mall, which was right around here, and the Cherry Hill Mall, which was right around here. So the problem was it was the Freehold Nordstrom's was right smack in the middle of the state. And the thing was, there wasn't enough of a customer base there. So and given the pandemic, they had to reevaluate to see which stores were doing better. And apparently, Menlo Park, the mall at Short Hills, and Westfield Garden State Plaza, and Cherry Hill all did better than Freehold. So it just made sense to close that one and 15 others. And geographically, it makes sense too because anyone living in this area, like let's say someone may have lived here and they went up to Freehold. Well, they can go to Cherry Hill, or let's say they lived. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's say they lived in this part of Jersey. They can go up to Menlo Park. Just geographically and logistically, it just made sense to close the Nordstroms and Freehold altogether, and to keep Menlo Park and Cherry Hill, just given the geographical location. Plus, really, I mean, the Menlo Park store is about 30 minutes north, and it has the Otis Vanities as well. Although I do prefer the one they installed in Freehold. I don't like the Menlo Park ones that much. Plus, the Freehold they had all three floors open, where Menlo Park they only had two floors open. Yeah, the Grand Lux. New Jersey actually used to have two Grand Lux cafes. We had a Grand Lux cafe at the Cherry Hill Mall in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. That closed in the summer because of our lovely restrictions on indoor dining. And Westfield Garden State Plaza, which Westfield Garden State Plaza in Paramus, New Jersey, is the only Grand Lux cafe in the state of New Jersey, and the only Grand Lux cafe in the state of New York is at the Roosevelt Field Mall in Garden City, New York. And the only Grand Lux cafe in the state of Pennsylvania is King of Prussia. You guys get where I'm going with this. That is because Lord and Taylor is out of business. Lord and Taylor Crossgates Mall that closed. Lord and Taylor closed Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. That's already gone. Yes, COVID is under control in New Jersey, and in fact, and as the country as a whole, the numbers are going down. But people are worried that will go from going down, down. I'm sorry, I got to show this in a better way. People are worried that now that we're going down, the curve will bend back up in the wrong direction again, given the new variants. So it's just a crazy roller coaster with the whole COVID crisis. That's for sure. Yeah, well, May Company, they installed a lot of awful MTs, but some Lord and Taylor stores had decent lifts. Fashion Center certainly was one of them. Manhasset, Scarsdale was a pretty cool one. The Fashion Center one in Paramus and downtown Westfield. Well, downtown Westfield used to be Haynes, but the point is those had pretty unique lifts, especially the freight. But sadly, the freight was mounted in the Westfield store, which really pissed me off. But I'm glad someone was able to get a video of it, but that'll be going up in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, me too. I'm surprised about that. Yes, tomorrow is Monday. Yes, third floor. They're not. The third floor they've closed off to the public. Only the second floor is only first and second floors. Oh, you'll be going to Crossgates, yeah, but Lord and Taylor's closed there though. Tuesday school. I'm online till March. I'm sure that's going to be extended depending on how quickly the vaccine rollout goes. Actually, a decent amount of people on here. Still have not heard from my friend. I mean, it is Valentine's Day, so I totally get it. But I was gonna go yesterday, but everything was just all over the place. So it's okay, I guess. If the store layout was exactly the same, I would say yes. That's like Macy's at Hamilton Mall and Bridgewater, both exactly the same. Um, so I can't imagine what's it called? I can't imagine that. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a good question. I don't know. I just know the Hamilton Mall Macy's is similar to the one at Bridgewater Commons. This light is really like getting into the thing, which is something I don't like. I got to fix the window because there's a little bit too much sunlight coming in. That's a little better. Yeah, when the sun's coming in, it's super annoying, but now it's much better. Thanks, John C. Okay, nice. Seventh year. Congrats. Okay, so again, there are four anchor department stores at the Mall of Short Hills, and three anchor department stores at Westfield Garden State Plaza after Lord and Taylor closes at the mall. Yeah, I mean, I just know closing dates off the top of my head. Um, but right now, there's really nothing else major that's closing at the moment. At the moment, at least, although that could change. DSW closing another store in a mall. TD Bank. Probably some underperforming branches, that's for sure. Wow, I'm surprised they're closing one in Cherry Hill, considering their headquarters is in Cherry Hill. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it with them comparing the Macy's store. I've never been, actually, I've only been to one Dillard's, and that was out in Vegas. Yeah, they don't really have Dillards in the Northeast, at least. They have them in Virginia, but I think anything north of Virginia, I don't think they have Dillards in Maryland, only in Virginia. Yes, it is. Palmer Park Mall. That was, I think, the mall that put Phillipsburg under, honestly. Yeah, Palmer Park is definitely small. More of like a local community mall almost. Yeah, and a lot closer to the NJ state border. That is for sure. Yeah, the Bonton used to be a one floor anchor, and they actually have a Boscov's, which actually has a small upstairs, believe it or not. Yes, and actually, that's a really good point to bring up because that's the next thing I'm going to get into, believe it or not. Oh, I'm just looking to see. Yeah, I just got to exit. I was in Safari for some reason. Okay, yeah, Sears is closing in Brandon, Florida. Uh, what's it called? Yeah, so the guy was, yes, it is Ricky. I'm actually trying to see if we can do a live stream together again, but I don't know. Given the holiday, I'm not sure. Still have not. Excuse me. Wow, did not mean to yawn. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks, Ultra Eric. So yeah, let me get back to Sears Brandon, Florida before I absolutely lose my train of thought. Thanks, Train Tech. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. So the Sears in Brandon, Florida. So the guy apparently went to the store on Saturday, which February 13th, and he talked to the manager, and they said after April, there's going to be not one, not two, but three more rounds of closings. And after those rounds of closings, so speculation, of course, we can expect another round to be announced between the 22nd of April and May 5th. That is where we will get the next round. The third to last round will be announced then, April or May. We'll get one more round, I would say, end of July, early August, and then one more round. I would say that closes every single one by the end of early October, mid October, and that will be it pretty much for Sears and Kmart. Yep. Yeah. At this point, yeah, because there's going to be three more lists, and then it's going to be over. But there's no future there. We all know what the game plan is. I've said it many times on many occasions. I've said it in many of the videos I've done store tours of. Um, so, but it's a shame. So, Okay, so getting back to more stuff. But yeah, that's what I heard about Sears and Kmart. We'll see about life getting back to normal by then. When I go back to New York City, I'll definitely be going to the Marriott, Marquis, and Citizens, and don't forget the Hotel Edison. Okay, cool. Well, if you're in the area, definitely, but don't come anytime soon. Definitely, Florida's the better place to be right now. It's just the weather literally here sucks. Just, you know. Yep, they are Schindler ports at the Marriott Marquis. Another Lord and Taylor store that is an example of a vintage cab is in Stanford. That, of course, until Kone butchered it. Yeah, yeah. They not only they ruined that cab. They could have kept that cab too. I don't know. They ruined that cab, made it look gross. They actually also ruined the not necessarily ruined, but I guess they improved the Bloomingdale's and White Plains. Not a fan of the Schindler mod. It's going to be going up in the next couple of weekends, so definitely stay tuned for that. Um, but given the mod, it's better, but not as nice as Riverside and not as nice as Short Hills. It's a step up from Willowbrook, though. I'll give it that. That's probably the third nicest one. Riverside being number two and Short Hills being number one. Just better interior. I'm not a fan of the Bloomingdale's mod in White Plains. I think that was done very cheap. Like the speaker was done cheap, very cheap mod. But it is a shame that the Otis Lexans are gone, which is a shame. Well, you know what? The Macy's Otis Lexan's going to be gone too. So both Otis Lexans disappearing at Macy's and Bloomingdale's in the same year. Pretty ironic, except the only difference is one's getting modded and one store is physically closing. So Macy's will still have a footprint in White Plains because they'll have the Bloomingdale store, of course. Yeah, it makes me wonder if any of the Macy's White Plains employees got the opportunity to transfer into that store. Or obviously the Cross County store, of course. Okay, Tigger Boy PR 17. See you later. Yeah, Kone mods suck. Though it depends, but yeah, most Kone mods suck. I have to agree with you on that. I know the Manhasset store that one they did a good job, but I mean it's closing now. All Lord and Taylors are going out of business, so yeah, it's unfortunate that is for sure for Lord and Taylor. And like I said, I got a whole bunch of store tours going up next the first week of March, so but yeah, it's a shame. I know, I know. We've lost. We lost the two. Well, we're going to lose the Otis Lexan at Macy's next month. White Plains is already gone. Um, Montgomery Vector Quaker Bridge is going away within the next few days. We already lost the Vector at Sears and Freehold Raceway, and Monmouth. I don't know when we're losing Monmouth, but yeah, we're losing a lot of vectors around here, especially. I agree. It's just weird that Valentine's Day fell on a Sunday this year. Last year was on a Saturday, and at the time, I was actually right around this time last year. I was still living on campus, believe it or not. Yeah, I've ridden a couple of vectors. The only really vector left in the area, if you like, Gallery Crystal Run has a couple, and what's the other mall that has vectors in the area in the New York City area? Montgomery County. Oh, JCPenney Freehold. That's the only other one I could think of. There's a couple I think in Jersey too that are not in malls. One of them I think is in a TD Bank. Yeah, it's sad that Lord and Taylor is closing. Excuse me. No, it's certainly sad to see two of the most iconic retailers going away. Of course, Century obviously closing December 6th, with the exception of the Bergen Town Center store, and then of course Lord and Taylor closing by February 27th, and then follow that 6 additional Sears and Kmart stores will close permanently. Yeah, monitor TR sucks. That is the worst kind of fixture. And I've been on so many. I'm not a fan of monitor TR. I hate monitor TR. It's just it is the most junkiest fixture you can do. Nope, did not mean to do that. Brandon, I understand. I'm not exactly sure, but you please do not keep putting that in the chat. Seriously, I'm trying to save you. I already went over that. Please do not keep putting that in the chat. I guess it wasn't popular, GAL Jet Plus. Oh, wow, I don't know. Why am I yawning so much? I don't know why I'm yawning. Mm, interesting. I don't really know what else to go over. Pretty much went over everything. So we'll keep it going here for a little bit, though. Maybe we'll get some more questions, but I don't really have anything else to talk about today. So if you guys have any questions regarding store closing lists, Lord and Taylor, Century 21, just go ahead and throw them in the chat and we can discuss that because I'm not really going to be discussing anything else today. Just there's really no more news to go over, retail news, because it's a Sunday, and on a Sunday, typically there's not things where they break news unless there's a major news like there was on Friday. So yeah, I don't know what Park Royal is. Got to be more descriptive with that. Park Royal. Park Royal is much smaller than Roosevelt Field. Also, that is on the west coast. That's on like the west coast of Canada, north of Seattle. Um, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been to a premium outlets in New Jersey. Yes, at 25% capacity. New Jersey's at 35%, and then other areas outside of New York, it's 50% capacity, although I'm not sure about that one. Yes, top three fast food chains: McDonald's, Starbucks, and Chick-fil-A. Yes. Those are the top two. Yes, there'll be a department store in American Dreams, Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm still upset that they closed Short Hills, but hey, I'm not Hudson Bay, that's for sure. I don't know. Hudson Bay saw value in American Dream. Yeah, they were going to have Saks and Lord and Taylor, but as everyone knows, Lord and Taylor is literally on its last leg. All stores are going away by the end of uh this month. Yeah, I know. Someone told me once that McDonald's was failing. Oh man, some people just don't get it. McDonald's. See, the thing is with McDonald's is they were able to keep their drive-throughs open. Lord and Taylor and Century 21 had to physically close their locations. They could not physically welcome customers into their stores. So some people just don't get it. It's unfortunate. Yes, FAO Schwartz was owned by Toys R Us, also closed as well. And they just recently closed the two Toys R Us concepts. COVID-19 killed that off real quickly. Me too. Avenel and Westwood are the last two Kmart's in New Jersey that are not currently liquidating. So now we have a total mix of three Sears and Kmart stores left in New Jersey. So Westwood Kmart, Avenel Kmart, and the Sears and Roebuck store at the Newport Center Mall in Jersey City, New Jersey. Anything that says Premium Outlets on it is definitely owned by Simon Property Group. Thank you, College Station Elevators and more. Thank you. But the Kmart in White Plains, I don't know, but it is somehow closing. No, Kmart in White Plains is not closing. That dodged another list. The only way that I could find out that the store is closing is on jobs.sears.com or if it's on there. Yeah, now the only Kmart's in the New York City area that are closing are Belleville and Kearny. So Belleville Kmart is closing Sunday, April 18th, 2021, and the Kmart in Kearny, New Jersey is closing Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. Both closing about 2 weeks apart. Unless something changed on Indeed.com. No. Yeah, there are jobs available, but it does not say closing. It would have to say closing. Wow, they actually have Kmart's jobs in Westwood. They just uploaded them today. Checking my phone. Wow, they have a lot of jobs available there. Store closing. Yeah, Carney, it's store closing. I wonder if they mistaked it, although I don't think they did because on SB360 they confirmed that it is closing. So I think some sites got it wrong. But SB360 does have Kmart in Belleville, New Jersey, closing. So maybe they got that wrong. Who knows? Yeah, that is a dying outlet mall. Used to be owned by Simon. Simon dumped it almost immediately. It just wasn't the right property for them anymore. Makes sense. Status of the shops Riverside and Hackensack, New Jersey. The mall's pretty much done. The mall's pretty much done with the renovation. So I can't imagine the mall doing any more um, things. Yeah, it's the renovation is pretty much done there. There's no more work there. Simon is probably going to shift their focus soon, though, to Westfield Garden State Plaza. And the reason I say that is because Westfield is looking to exit their malls by 2022. So I do think that Simon is going to be getting control of Westfield Garden State Plaza, no doubt about that. Compliments Roosevelt Field, compliments King of Prussia. It just needs to happen at this point. Personally, be nice though if they got rid of the Cones, because then we wouldn't have to deal with Westfield's exclusive contract with Kone. We could finally get some decent elevators in the mall once again. So no, it's speculation for now. It's not officially confirmed. So it's possible, yes. I don't know what's going to happen with Westfield. It's very early development stages. We're not going to know till next year. So Westfield is going to own the mall for the rest of this year. But going forward, I don't know who's going to be the owners because, and that's a very valuable property. So I don't know who's gonna snatch it up. But Simon could very well snatch it up. They like very well could. But we'll see. I don't because if they snatch that up, they're going to have control of both Westfield Garden State Plaza and the mall at Short Hills because of the Taubman and Simon merger. So that would be interesting to see how that would do. Livingston they would absolutely give up Livingston, no doubt about that. There's no reason for them to hold on to that anymore. And I could even see them quite possibly giving up Rockaway. Just given the reason I could see them giving that up and Quaker Bridge if they don't have any ambitious plans for those two. Because then think about it. They lose those properties, but they gain two of the best properties in the state. Again, I don't know if that's going to happen. Simon could very well see something in Quaker Bridge that I don't see, or they could let both go. But we don't know yet. They are. It's just Westfield themselves is looking to get out of the U.S. mall business because of the pandemic. Hi, Fantex0104. How are you? It depends on the pandemic. It really, I can't officially confirm that or unofficially confirm that, just given there's a lot of unknowns right now with the pandemic, unfortunately. Pretty good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it really isn't, just because of the population density. They're going to do a West Wing, and I think, if I'm correct about this, a Dave and Buster's on the third floor of the former J.C. Penney store. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, but they're definitely building a mall wing between the two spaces. In general, it just makes sense, honestly. Or I could be totally wrong, and Dave and Buster's will be on the lower level. Again, I don't know personally. Possibly. New Jersey, New York. Oh, for worst food court. Probably Penn Station in New York, or no, probably the Port Authority. That's probably the worst place to get food. New Jersey, probably Camden. It's not too surprised. Yeah, okay. Well, they're definitely ripping out the Schindler MTs out of the JC Penney. That's for sure. Though those are the entire spot was gutted, so the Schindler MTs are definitely gone. So I'm gonna just text someone real quick. So, well, that would make sense. I guess you can only really have one there. Well, they're also having a Build-A-Bear at American Dream too. Any word on who's taking the former Old Navy Uniqlo space at Westfield Garden State Plaza? They already have a Steam place in there, only using the main level. They're not using the lower level. Which is more successful, Cherry Hill or Deptford? Cherry Hill. Just given the fact that it is a Nordstrom and it's the most upscale mall in southern New Jersey, and it has a much more restaurant choices. Deptford Mall is almost like the Rockaway Town Square of South Jersey, not like the Willowbrook. I call that, yeah. Deptford's like a secondary mall down there. It still does well. It's just, it has a Macy's, a J.C. Penney, and a Boscov's. Doesn't have a Sears, and no mall has a Sears. Well, Newport Center does, but we all know what the end game for Sears is at this point. I don't even consider Sears a department store anymore. It's a joke. The company is a JOKE joke. But anyways, so what it's supposed to be like for tomorrow? Just curious. 39 and rain. Oh, good. 52. Finally. So some of the snow is finally gonna melt. Yeah, but Cherry Hill Mall is a lot closer to Philadelphia than Deptford. No, they just opened up a store at American Dream though. So, all right, cool. Yeah. So, okay. Okay. Yeah. I just gotta. Yeah, Ricky. I will not be seeing Ricky. No live stream today, guys, with Ricky. Unfortunately, not today. Unfortunately, it is Valentine's Day. So probably next weekend, when I can think a little bit, or maybe probably the weekend after that. I don't know. I gotta see how my week goes. So, but anyways, so I think we're gonna go ahead and end the live stream here. Doesn't seem to be any more questions for today. So I want to really give you guys a thank you for joining the live stream today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content. And we probably won't be live again until Friday. So, anyways, guys, have a wonderful week. Any closings, I'll have videos up, and I'll keep you posted. So, anyways, guys, enjoy Valentine's Day, and thank you for watching Q&A live stream number 117.